Welcome back to part 2 of One Piece Online 2's guide to the sniper character as a free-to-play. So far there hasn't been too much advice to give, so I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. It takes 3 gems to be able to rank them up 1 level. For everything, including the agility gems, but agility gems are much later on and have different features. So as I said, I like to have my gems this way. Now, some advice I can give you straight away for gems is it's better to have more gems and have them all balanced out rather than, say, having all leveled up defense gems. It's better to have defense gems for every character. Once you've got, say, attack gems on every character, on all 5 characters, you only need 5 sets of gems. Once you've got 5 sets, you don't need to be then you can start upgrading the gems. But until then, you just need to focus on collecting as many as possible. And I've equipped a whole bunch of gems. The main things are the attack gems for now, just to be speeding through these levels a little bit faster. That's it. But it really won't make too much of a difference. And I don't really need the survivability gems that are in defense yet. Because these enemies are so weak. Because we're still in tutorial town. It's not until, I'd say level 30, maybe level 30, that the game actually sort of begins. That's sort of when you leave the tutorial. But then maybe level 40 is when you need to start strategizing a little bit. I don't know, a little bit, a lot, I'm not sure. But for the most part, these early levels are all about planning, saving and planning, and not jumping into things too quick, not leveling up all of this green gear, and not synthesizing all of the gems when you don't have a whole lot of gems. Because although I did say that early game you're trying to rush through and it is a bit of a race, that, you know, you've got to take that with a bit of a grain of salt. You can't be rushing everything. It's about doing everything properly as fast as possible. Because honestly, the free-to-play players, if they're playing right, they can keep up with these, with the free-to-play, with the VIPs. Especially on day 1, the first probably 2 or 3 days, they can really keep up. Unless the VIP is probably 4 or more, say under VIP 4, they really don't have that much of an advantage. You might have a little advantage, but not much. I mean, you would have that purple set, which would be good enough to be able to upgrade. So you'd be fully upgraded at the moment, but in a couple of levels we'll be getting a purple set anyway. damage, and they can keep investing in that to just keep on doing that little bit more damage every time and doing these levels a little bit faster, but it really isn't that big a deal. As you can see, like, we can go through, get through level 1 through 30 in less than an hour. That's me taking my time, showing you guys some features that if I were actually playing, I'd be going a little bit faster. So I always use this feature because I have the Shichibukai Pardon. But for free to play, I say it's just worth just complete these as soon as possible. On the other days, not today, on the first day, when you're early on, you just want to do this first one, because it forces you to, but then later on, so you can refresh these. Ooh, you can max star them for 1 coupon. I'm not going to do that. I don't think it's worth it, really. I think it's better to be saving coupons, especially as a free-to-play player. If something important comes up, you will really want those coupons. Because you don't want to end up, I don't know, let's say a couple hundred short, or maybe 1,000 short, but you've spent that 1,000 over the past month, and you could have been saving it, and you're short of some double S rank character shards or something. But for me, for the VIP players, if you've got those, the Shichibukai Prowess or whatever it was, privilege, then yeah, complete the tasks with the button, because it automatically max stars them. But honestly, even if you're a VIP and you're an early level like this, I still wouldn't actually bother until a higher level, because at a higher level, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think these tasks would be worth more. Worth more XP and worth more belly. So we're nearly at the point where you don't instantly level up just by completing these main story missions. It's a little bit close. But we'll be giving you those tips on what to do a little bit later. There we go, another blue gear, which is nice. And that's automatically... Oh, it doesn't know who to equip to. It can't equip because he's a bit low. I'm actually not going to bother equipping that at the moment then, because I'm sure that I will get these guys to level 20, maybe even level 25, but they are just so useless for now. So now, I probably should have mentioned I skipped over this polish feature earlier. Yes, it says purple or above gear can be refined, If you're a VIP, you would have purple gear. My advice is only there's a polish feature and an imprint feature that I would get soonish. Only polish or imprint if there is an event, the time limit polish or time limit imprint event. As it says, it saves you a lot of those resources. If I get a purple equipment within the next 3 days, I will show you what the polish is like while that event is on. Pretty much it will just randomly give you, a plus, let's say a plus 5. So essentially a free 5 to your leveling up. So here we have nearly unlocked Usopp, and so I haven't explained the energy potions yet. You can see you get them pretty easily, so for this early game it is worth using them just for that leveling up as fast as possible. You wouldn't want to be sitting around for, I don't even really know how long you'd have to sit around to get that little bit of XP that I've used with the vitality potions so far. Let's say half an hour just to be able to do one extra battle. No, early on, you need to be leveling. Probably want to be able to reach maybe level 40 on day 1 of the server. I guess we'll see how far we get in this first day. So as you can see, I've managed to kill Zoro, because now it's going to start getting a little bit more difficult. So, upgrading the main character, I'm going to go here to unlock. So if you've perfect passed, which I guess if you follow my video you will perfect pass, you will unlock Usopp and Kuro. Now I will actually recall Kuro so that he's in the team, and my mission at the moment is to add a 4th. I will actually be adding both Kuro and Usopp, and I think I will actually have Luffy up the front here. So I'm using Usopp because he's already leveled to level 30, so why not? Kuro is actually a decent character for early on. So I may actually end up leveling him up. We'll see. It wants me to do an elite battle. So I guess I will. Probably should have leveled up Kuro a little bit first, because he might die if there's some sort of group attack. And he's going to do just no damage at all. And I haven't moved around that equipment, so probably should have done that beforehand. So that's what you guys should do, instead of making my mistake there. But it's not that big a deal, I don't think, at the moment. So it's a little bit slow going without everyone leveled up properly, and I might actually take it off auto because I want to make sure, because my guys are so ill-equipped for this at the moment. If you've got your guys equipped properly, you'll be able to auto, easily, for at least this mission. But I want to be saving those skills for when it's important, such as they would have activated here, but I don't want to be activating them just yet. Instead, I can activate them here on Albedo. There we go. Use that. And we should have activated them a little bit faster. That's okay. Now go back to using auto. And hopefully Usopp doesn't die, because then I will lose. There we go. I would have lost the 3-star ranking, which would have been a little bit embarrassing. So I will take off all of the equipment there and put it on Kuro and on Usopp. But I'm not actually going to upgrade anything else at the moment. Oh, actually, no, I will. That was a bit of a lie, guys. Going to upgrade that, and I'm going to upgrade Kitetsu. Actually, let's take this sword off there. And oh, managed to level him straight to level 31. I probably could have just gotten him to level 30, would have been fine. Okay, and yep, that sword. Okay, so now Kuro will do decent damage. So now we have the breakthrough feature. So obviously we want to break through the main character. I'm going to use that and just activate all of these things for now. I'm actually going to do another elite battle here. I'm going to do the wipeout because I want to break through my main character, but I didn't get lucky and I didn't get that piece. Okay, so Binks Saki has unlocked. So for the sniper, I mean, if I unlocked either of these guys at the moment, that'd be better for adding to my team. But they're not really necessary. I'm just going to be doing the one recruit, the free recruit, because you want to save these ARP, Advanced Recruit Proofs, until you have 1,000 for an event. But these ones you can use, and we might get lucky and get some pirate certificates. There we go, so that we can break through, because that is important on the main character. I would like to have quite a few more to be able to break through Kuro as well, but as I said in the previous part, our focus is on that sniper. Oh, and we've unlocked more things here. You know what, let's have a look at our gems and upgrade them a bit. So we're going to, just to be putting this in the right spot, I'm going to have that there, but I would want the crit gem there. I say the right spot, but I mean my personal preference spot. So just rearrange these gems to my own liking, but if you guys don't care about the way that your gems are arranged, or you have a different arrangement, that's fine. It really won't matter. I think that we've got a gem. There we go. Well, we should be swapping out. I'm going to unequip all of that. Because we've only got the 4 characters at the moment. So we don't need to have 5 people equipped. And then I'm just going to be putting some gems here. And I'm not going to use that last one because I don't see any point in it. So, as you can see, you can star up the characters. It takes a while. I think if you're VIP something or other, you'd probably have this at 2 stars, or maybe day 2 you'd have him at 2 stars. But you can star up any character by collecting the fragments for them, which you can get from elite battles, or you can get them from the draws here. But as I said, none of these characters are very good. Kuro is vaguely acceptable for early game. If I had done draws, like if there was the recruit event, I probably would have done some draws, just knowing that I would have a decent number of draws, and just to get on a fresh server, just to get a good character early on, a decent team, because you'll see, if you're not doing those draws early on, you won't be getting any good characters, because I believe, what does it say, the times 10 draw will put you an S-rank character. So then you might be replacing Luffy and Usopp with 10 or 20 draws. So every 3 times you must receive a 3-star crew, which means that's better. Any 3-star crew really will be better than most of these guys. Kuro would probably still make it on the team if we only had 2 3-star people, especially because he's a 2-star instead of a 1-star. But even with some, there are some 3-stars that probably wouldn't make much of a difference and wouldn't be better than Kuro. So theoretically by now, I should be using Laoji, who I think would be 3-star at the moment, and Kuro, and my name, and I guess I would be using Usopp just as an extra that I guess if it were a day 1 of the server as well, there would be a server launch event which would have probably given you server launch tokens, and if you had that, it'd probably be worth doing a times 10 draw, even if you're trying to save up that 1,000, just to get that quick start to your to the server. But you wouldn't want to do too many. So you can get these study points in the treasure battle. I'm not going to be doing that in the treasure hunter battle. I'm not going to be doing that with the low level that I am, because there is no point. It is, I think maybe if you were one of the top ranking in the server at the moment, on a fresh server, then it probably would be worth rushing through that to get as many points as possible. So we've sort of reached a dead end here because there's no more levels, but we want to keep on leveling up. You obviously don't just want to stop right here, so this is the time when you start doing some of these elite battles. And because they're still early game elite battles, you can just auto them. So these elite battles will give shards to both unlock crews and star them up. But it also gives breakthrough materials, like we did with the main character. And there's a lot more breaking through we need to do. Early on, it is very difficult to do breakthroughs. If I'd wasted breakthrough levels on some of these other guys, if I get lucky unlocking a good character, there's a chance they're stuck on, say, green level, and you don't want that. Or they might be stuck on blue level when the rest of your team is purple, and it can really lower their potential power. So you've got to save those materials in the early game. Very important. I think I'm going to stuff this up and end up with only 2 stars. Nope, I did get the full 3 stars. And I managed to unlock Morgan. So, I've recruited him, but I'm not bringing him into the team because I have absolutely no need for him. So you can click on these finished quests here, but then your character starts running towards where the character is. But if you open up this menu, you can just quick claim them, and you don't have to leave this screen, which leaving the screen is a bit of a waste of time, really. So we'll just close that up. I think we need to increase the gear a little bit. Actually, let's put Usopp back here. That way they will have to go through my main character. Ooh, if we do both of these, and then another energy potion, and now they have to go through my main character to reach Kuro and Usopp, which, unless they've got a skill that passes right through, but that should give me more survivability. While we're just watching this autoplay, he's just talking about some other stuff that you don't need to worry about. This is later level stuff. If anyone is interested in what we're talking about, there's a feature at a higher level called Deathmatch, where you face off against other people in the server. So you can use extra accounts to make sure that all of the main accounts get 5 wins. Because you can only lose 4 times. Well, if you lose 5 times, you get knocked out. So some of our people, they get knocked out by my main character, and they don't end up with any wins, so they get lower rewards. So it sucks. So some people are just using multiple accounts. They're training up these accounts so that they can be used. Now, Nami is an okay character. She is useful for some stuff later on, so she is actually worth training up. And then we will actually be putting her in place of Usopp, as a matter of fact. So let's take off Usopp's equipment and let's equip Nami. Kuro still is a little bit more important at the moment though. So now we've got our main 4 equipped. And we're still level 32. So let's do some more of these. And there we go, looks like we leveled up. And I just want to have a quick look at our breakthrough materials. So, as you can see, still missing these pirate certificates. And I've only leveled up 1 time. So you can imagine if I got lucky and I managed to get, another 2 or 3, but then I'd leveled up Luffy, or I'd leveled up Kuro, but then I decide to do a times 10 draw and I get someone better, like I get, let's have a look at some of these characters. If I'd gotten a Robin or a Brook, I'd want to be adding them to my team, and I'd accidentally have leveled up Kuro, which I would replace with a Brook. So it becomes a waste of resources. Or even if I just had this exact same team, I have Nami and Kuro, if I had Lao G instead of Luffy, and I had enough to break through all of these guys to blue, once I need to break through at level 35, I could be lacking these materials. So you've really got to save your resources. We're gonna keep on going through. At the moment, Nami will be useless. A lot of these characters are useless. The main character is Sniper. Are pretty useless. Avoid breakthrough. Later on, once you're level 65, I think, maybe level 50, you want any decent character, like you want to guarantee that Nami would be a purple breakthrough, so that she gets that final skill there, and you don't actually want them to go past that any further. You also you don't want to be leveling them up, even if you need to use them for other things. You don't want to be leveling up you guys if you're not going to be using them. So you want to save it right until the moment that you use them. You might think, oh, I might be using Nami later on, I'll keep it leveled up. You don't want to do that, because what if you get a double S from a lucky draw later on? Well, you'll never be using this normally. And other characters as well. Inazuma as an example. I don't use Inazuma, so I don't really bother leveling him up. If I get to a level where Inazuma is very useful because of his specific skills to beat a specific level, that's when I will level him up. Even with an abundance of resources, it's just not worth using. It's not worth leveling someone up if you don't know whether you're going to be using him or not. Because for me, I have Kaido and Shanks now, and so I've leveled up Jinbei as a tank. He's one of the best tanks in the game, but I didn't really expect to be getting Kaido, but then I did get him, and now all of that investment in Jinbei, I mean, it's not entirely wasted because he served his purpose at the time, but, it's something to think about. Any character under SS, you eventually will be getting rid of, probably. Not every character, it depends on the class, but I would say for the sniper class, you definitely, I can think of a full team of SS characters that are all useful. For the Dark Mage, for example, though, the most important character is Ace, actually. He's an S-rank character. So it does depend on the class, but for the most part, there will be a SS character that will be slightly better for you. But I can run through team compositions later on, especially when you see how lucky these accounts manage to get, who manages to get the best draws for each class or whatever. It will be kind of interesting to see. But for now, we've just got to work with what we've got and just level up. It's very important to level up. Because, I don't know if you noticed earlier, but the 5th crew member gets unlocked at level 40, and just the features of the game are unlocked by level. I still haven't unlocked all of the features of the game. I'm going to keep on doing these levels. I find if you've managed to 3-star, if you haven't managed to 3-star the level, I don't know, maybe you need to follow exactly what I've done to be able to beat it. But just go back, make sure you've 3-starred them, and then you can just wipe them out. So you can just do them much quicker instead of wasting time. As I said, early game, you're wanting to level up fast, so you don't want to have to watch this same fight 3 times when you know you can already beat it as well as possible. I'm wanting to get to level 35 in this video. It's a little bit slow, unfortunately. So I guess we'll see whether I manage to make it to level 35 before the video gets too long. And unfortunately, there's no one for me to talk to. There's not many ideas to bounce off of at the moment. On a fresh server, I find that a lot of this time I'd be talking to the other people, just chatting, finding out what everyone else is up to. You find out who the active players are. You'll be finding out, you'll be asking questions, what elite battle are you guys up to? What level are you guys? Because you won't want to be watching them. You can obviously open up, you can click on the name and view them and have a look at their stats, but a lot of the time you don't want to be looking at that, because you'll just want to be focused on the game, ready to go as fast as possible. So a little bit better in battle to just be saying, what are you guys doing? Who's unlocked which character? And you can work out who's doing what. You can work out who knows what they're doing and who's going to level up fast. You can work out the VIP characters. There's a lot to work out. I've also just realised that today seems to be the double XP day, so you can look at that from here, the weekly event. So I'm very lucky in that I managed to be doing this when I need to be leveling up early, that it is actually double XP day, because I can just do these and I am actually leveling up just a tad faster, not really much faster. Most of the XP comes from these story missions, but it's meaning that sometimes one elite battle will be enough to level me up, or 2 or 3 elite battles will be enough to level me up, where other times you would need to complete 2 or 3 of them, but it's not really that big a deal, because the gameplay is exactly the same. All you will be doing is you will be doing as many elite battles as it takes to level up, to do your story mission. You do all of your story missions, and then go back to doing some elite battles to level up. Once I've done all the elite battles that I can for today, then I would do the daily tasks, and I would do the minimum amount of daily tasks needed to level up, to do more story battles, because that's what you want to be doing, story battles, story battles, story battles. That's where you get the most XP, and by doing the story battles when you level up, that unlocks the new features. It isn't actually the level, so if it says like level 35, you unlock, I don't know, imprint gear, it's not actually the level that'll unlock it, it's at level 35 you'll unlock the story quest that will then give you the imprint gear ability. Ooh, I took down my main character. This might be something that I need to use not auto for. How very close. If I had Lao G, I can guarantee you guys this battle would have gone a lot smoother. But you can see my Kuro did actually manage to do decent damage there. So I guess I will just do those 2. Oh good, that leveled me up. That's good, because those battles were clearly getting to be a bit much. So I guess I may as well actually add some defenses if those guys manage to take down my main character. There is a mission to enhance gears, so I find that once I'm getting close to that 200, you want to very carefully to maximize maximize doing that quest, you don't want to auto and end up enhancing your gears 10 levels past this, because a new one unlocks immediately after doing this. So you sort of waste those levels. It's not a big deal, but it's just about maximizing your time and your resources. So we just keep on going. Hopefully it only takes a couple more minutes to get through to level 35, because I really want to get to level 35. I really want to end this episode too, but it's a long one. I'm fully aware of that, guys. But for everyone who has been sticking it out with us, thank you. That's super awesome. Let's beat up this level. We'll see how we do. As you can see, the level here is 36. Level 34 with completely unleveled Luffy, Kuro and Nami. I haven't been making sure that they stay up to level. I'm just sort of letting them chill. All of the focus is just on this main character. Because that's who's important. I'm wanting to reach level 35 to be able to break through my main character again to blue +1. Increase damage a bit, which is important. Having that main character be awesome. Super powerful, as you can see. I'm not taking very much damage anymore because last battle it whooped up on me because I had no defense on my gear. So you can see the gear will play a big part in things. But for the moment, I'm not wanting to waste resources with it. And I'm not wanting to buy a lot of, extra gears. I don't want to be buying blue gears or purple gears because you do manage to get some of those sets later on. So I just want to see how many of those sets will I actually need to buy. Will I need to buy blue sets, or will I be able to skip straight to purple? That would save me resources probably. Or do I get stuck on a level and I'm a little bit weak and really need to buy some blue gear to replace the green gear? So that was a pretty tough level. Do I have anything else to equip? So because I have my gems organized like this, I can know my best gear is on my main, so his sword is the best, and then if I go down the bottom here, I'll be able to see, okay, he has all HP gems, he's got all attack gems, and he has all defense gems, so I need to go to my next best character, which is Kuro. And so he doesn't have a HP gem, so I'm actually going to swap these around so that when I get a HP gem, I can take that defense gem out, put the HP gem there, and the defense gem there. And I could look at this item and go, okay, one of these things needs to have some gems. And so we'll put a defense gem there. Ooh, we're nearly at 20k battle power, guys. We will definitely get that at level 35, I'd say. We just need to keep on going. Could choose to, if I don't 3-star this mission, then I probably need to not do autoplay. And if you hear noise in the background, that is just Shadow walking around in the background. Very slow work. It's very annoying early on. If I had that loud he'd, for one, I'd be upgrading him. So he'd be doing good damage. Also because he would be at a higher, he's a higher ranking. So I think he's a B, no, I think he's an A rank. And our highest at the moment ranking is Kuro at a B rank. So a higher rank will be doing more damage, it'd be a higher star, so doing more damage, and it'd be further upgraded, so be doing more damage. So all up, this battle would be, it would be completely over by now already. So if I had Lao G, I would probably have main in sequence 1, I would have Lao G in sequence 2, I would have Kuro in sequence 4 here, and I would be using Nami here. If I were VIP, I would be using Ace, he's an S rank, so I'd probably be using main, maybe Ace, and then Lao G, and then Kuro. I don't know who else I would possibly have unlocked. But yeah, it's all about having your high damage dealers towards the front early game. If you're gonna get your butt whooped and die, then you might need to have a defensive character. That's why Luffy's here. We know he's gonna die, but he's better to die than one of these guys, which is why they're both protected by the main character, who's a bit more survivable. 1 second, I'm worried that you guys could probably hear that shower running. Okay, you shouldn't be able to hear the shower running now. Okay, so we've got the last level of Elite Battle, which honestly I'm not too confident on beating, so I will actually beat this Buggy Elite 3 mission instead. I'm going to wipe that one out, which allows me to turn that in, and that gives me good XP. So if you've got Lao G and stuff, and you're able to do these missions a little bit better than me, if you have Lao G or Ace or something like that, then you can finish up that other elite quest. But if you struggle, if you maybe didn't even make it as far as I did, but you still need to level up, this is what you should be doing, is these daily tasks. Just do as many as you can. And so I've managed to unlock this daily must. So you want to get to, I think you want to get to at least 1,000 every day. So one of the things that you can do for more daily must points is buying energy once, but you can see all of the requirements. So using this belly tree twice. I will actually do that 5 times. I like to usually do the tree in groups of 5. It's not all that much, all that many coupons, and as you can see, because this event is going on, I can go and grab that feature. A lot of the time, when there's events and stuff, the belly tree will be in groups of 5. It might be you need to do 5, or you might need to do 15. So for this event, you want to be able to do it 100 times over the day. So I actually didn't even think about it, but I should actually get to that 15. And I might even need a 20 on one of the days. But you know, that's going to give me some really, really good rewards. These gems are very high level gems, especially for early on. If you were on a starting server, you wouldn't have this kind of event. You wouldn't be getting this level gems. So that is going to boost my power a lot. A lot. Oh, okay. And my gems aren't that powerful. Don't have much HP gems and stuff. A lot of these skills I'm not actually really using. The skill power gem, for example, actually is sort of useless. Let's go with crit gem there, and then Kuro, we can finally put on the HP gem for him. And we can put on the attack gem, and let's just put on a bunch of defense gems. And then I'm going to put a defense gem on Nami, because Nami is our next best character. So, as you can see from that part of the daily must, that is, in my opinion, the most important one, because it gives you main character shards. So, that's really, really, really important. Mega important. I'm going to keep on doing some wiping out these so that I level up. I'm getting sort of close. That little power boost would have been from all of these guys leveling up, I'm sure. So as you can see, I've got a ton of these resources. I've got enough for 5 leveling up, so I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that these guys all are blue +1s, but it's not worth it at the moment. If I had Lao G, I'd be upgrading Lao G. If I had Ace, I'd probably be upgrading Ace as well. But for the moment, Kuro isn't worth leveling up, and Nami isn't worth leveling up. But I've got this battle power upgrade now, and we reached level 35, so let's make a new video. I will see you guys next part.